Good morning, and thank you for stopping by Nothing But Glass Sacramento Kings Basketball Talk. My name is ErnieGlasses, and I will be your host for today's very first episode. Yes, that's right. This is the very first episode. It's not going to be the best of quality. It's not going to have all the fancy fireworks or edits and everything, but this is just from a fan's perspective, doing something positive. I know there's a lot of trash talkers about the Kings and how, they're 4-6 right now and, they're just going to blow it. But I like to think positive. I think if you put positive out there, you're going to get positive coming back to you. So that's what I'm hoping for this season. And hopefully the Kings make the playoffs, and I'm very, very confident we will. Right now, it's just, it's a little hard right now, but, what isn't, right? So a little bit about my channel. Obviously, we're going to be talking Kings, right? The Kings hat, Kings background, and there's going to be a lot of other fun stuff. I know there's a lot of other media content on the Kings, and they're like super. They're just like top notch, full of edits and everything. But what will set my channel, away from them is I'm going to bring some content that you haven't seen before. I'm going to bring multiple personalities to this show all by myself because, like I said, when you're starting something from the ground up, it's basically just you. I had the support from my brother, my older brother, who actually played the intro to this channel. Shout out to Armando B for playing the strings and adding some drums to it, and which is perfect for this channel because, like I said, everything's starting from scratch. I have no background in radio or media, so I'm actually learning as I go. Hopefully, it blossoms into something to where there's like professional quality and everything. But if it doesn't, I'm still gonna keep chugging on because you know why? The Kings are worth it. I've been a fan since the 4th grade, since 1998. That's when the Kings made the playoffs with Jason Williams and Chris Webber. With respect to Mitch Richmond, I know he took us to the playoffs previous years, but I didn't get into basketball, and which leads perfectly into how I got into being a Kings fan. So, once upon a time in 1998, no, I'm not going to bore you with that because I might just get a lot of awkward and that's something I don't want to do. I want to make you laugh in other ways, just not about boring stuff. But no, it all started in the 4th grade, 1998. I was at John Reith Elementary. I was with this new guy that came to my school. Didn't know anybody. And me being the shy kid in class, I was sitting in the back. And at recess, I wanted to, get a game of Foursquare going, but went to the ball bin at recess. Nothing there, and everyone had taken all the Foursquare balls, and this new kid comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you want to play some basketball?" Because that was one of the only things left in that ball bin. And once we hit that court, from there on, I was hooked on basketball. And just shooting the ball, just the adrenaline of just running after a ball. There's nothing to it. I sucked, but at the same time, it is what it is. And coincidentally, the Kings made the playoffs that season. We drafted Jason Williams. We got Peja Stojakovic from overseas. Man, that was such a good year. We played the Jazz, I remember, and Sacramento was on fire that season. I remember, going to the stores. They had all these Kings banner stuff. Everything was drenched in purple, and that's what happens with a small market team. When you get success, your whole city is on fire. It's all purple. And that was one of the most memorable things that has ever happened to me. So shout out to Ben G for introducing me to the game of basketball. My professional experience, like I said, I have no media or editing experience. Neither do I have any basketball experience. Played in like a Filipino rec league. I think that was the only team I've ever made. But I got cut from freshman basketball. Tried out for JV. I got cut. My senior year, I thought I had a chance, and but just like after years of just not being good at basketball and not getting picked, the last day of cuts, which I actually made, so like it was right before they made the 13-man roster, I think. I opted out not to go because I was in peer court. That's what it was. It's like a debate kind of thing, and I was like, dude, do I take my chances on a sure thing or do I go to basketball tryouts? And because making varsity out of all the years I've never made it, it just it didn't seem real. So I opted to go with the sure thing, which is pure court. It was actually a good experience, and I got to help out in like a real life simulated kind of court case. But I look back at it, I'm just like, what would have been if I made a varsity? But I'm glad that it worked out the way it did, because I could bring some laughs to people, be like, oh, what kind of basketball experience do you have? I'm gonna say, well, I played in a Filipino rec league when I was about 15. So, but no, I've been a fan since '98, since the fourth grade. I've seen the best Kings basketball ever played, and the absolute worst. I've seen great draft picks, such as De'Aaron Fox currently, right? DeMarcus Cousins. I've seen the worst, Nick Sauskas. I hate to say this, Jimmer Fredette, like he was a BYU legend, shooting lights out at the tournament, and it just didn't pan out. And I don't even know where that guy. I think he's playing overseas. I know he made a stint back, and he's playing some summer league teams. But it is what it is, right? But nonetheless, I will be a fan. Whether you give me Spencer Hawes, Quincy Douby, Francisco Garcia, or like I said, Tyrese Halliburton, the new guy stepping in big, playing like a vet, reminds me of Doug Christie, and having such a great stroke, man. Like, and just his vision for the game is really pristine. And I just gotta give it up to Tyrese, man. Thank you for bringing hope back to Kings fans. And I'm hoping the Kings make the playoffs this season, man. I'm optimistic. Whenever someone wants to play me in 2K, I'm like, all right, baby, let me get them Kings. And they're picking like the Lakers or the Warriors, and but I'm loyal to my soil. I will always ride with the Kings. If you ever ask me preseason, like, who do you think's gonna win the NBA title, I will always say the Kings. Because you know why? Because that's the type of person I am. I'm loyal. And like I said, there's tons like me here in Sacramento, because the Kings, that's all we have here in Sacramento. We got the Sacramento Kings, we got the River Cats, we got Sac State, we got a Walmart, a Costco, and the Capitol. We're not like LA. We're not like big market teams like New York, where you have multiple basketball teams, multiple football teams, hockey teams, a whole nine. I'm even juiced about MLS coming to Sacramento, which that's a completely different animal. And I can't wait for the Kings to refurbish the Sacramento rail yards in the heart of downtown, because not only you're going to have Golden One, you're not going to just have the Capitol, but you're going to have a state-of-the-art Major League Soccer stadium. And I could only imagine how wild those games are going to be, because I've seen some European League games here and there, and there's always fans that's just sitting in those seats and just going wild. And that Sacramento deserves it. So, but other than that, my channel is gonna host content about analyzing the games and all that. But like I said, there's gonna be different media personalities that I will bring myself. I will play those characters, and it's gonna just bring some joy. Because like I said, start going 3-1 at the beginning of the season, then fast forward to 4-6 with like some bumps in the road with all this like Twitter stuff, which is completely unneeded. You don't need that right now. If you're trying to shoot for the playoffs, be professional. If you're trying to win games, be professional. And that goes out to all the family and friends that that are in the media spotlight because of these players. So let's see. I told you guys about me not making any basketball teams. I was born and raised here in South Sacramento. For 33 years, I've lived here in the great state California, in this great city of Sacramento. And the Kings, like I said, man, it's one of my favorite things in this world. And besides my family and friends, and obviously my job, the Kings are really up there. So, what to expect from my channel? So, my channel is going to be no more than 10 to 15 minutes a piece. I will be posting on a weekly basis. Hopefully, I can post about 2 or 3 times. Like I said, editing content, I'm not sure how to do it. So I'm still getting my feet wet, and hopefully I get the hang of it. Because even just getting this mic up here and playing with the sound card just to get sound effects like that was a struggle, but it's a great learning experiences. And thank you so much to all those that helped me try to post up this content. But yeah, like I said, my name is ErnieGlasses. I'm the producer, the content creator, the YouTube guy. It's all in one kind of thing. And when I look from afar, I'm looking at all these like podcasts and even radio talk shows, which I've called in sometimes. It's like, I wonder how it would feel like if there was a channel made by Kings fan. Just like, I don't have any professional experience in, coaching or even playing, but as a fan, I know good basketball when I see it. Like, I could watch the TV right now and be like, we just made a bucket. That's good. That's trending towards winning ways. But I also know what bad basketball is when, you're playing hero ball and trying to be a ball hog and trying to get your stats up and, not thinking about the team. And I think that's what's different about this team than previous years. And I can even say this about the Dave Yeager years where it was team basketball. There's rotations, there's defense, there is speed. And, at the beginning of the season, we saw that. And I'm hoping that we trend in the right direction after these horrible, I'm not even going to say losses, I'm going to say blowouts. Because they were completely obliterated by the Trailblazers and the Warriors. I'm surprised the Bulls didn't embarrass us. And that's what the league's saying about us. But like I said, Kings are going to be going towards the right direction, and hopefully the roster stays like how it is. Monte McNair, I hope he puts out a great product out there. Brings in players. If he has to move around a couple, like I said, I'm used to it. I've seen players come and go, even coaches, which sucks. But like I said, through the good and the bad, I will always be a Kings fan, and hopefully you enjoy that ride with me. So thank you so much for checking out Nothing But Glass, Sacramento Kings basketball talk. And this is ErnieGlasses signing off.
Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you so much.
When I need